Hello, fellow CARP classmates. It has been a pleasure getting to know each and every single one of you throughout this unprecedented semester. As some of you may know, my name is Brandon Maximovich. I'm a senior here at King's College, majoring in accounting with a minor in marketing. As a commuter, I currently live at home in my hometown of Hanover Township, Pennsylvania, which, on a good day, is about a 7-minute ride to and from campus. That is, if you're not stuck behind the city bus. Part of the reason I am speaking to you today is because upon graduation from Hanover area junior-senior high school way back in 2017, I wanted to further my education and utilize my skills in the following areas I will be talking to you about today. And furthermore, make something of myself and make my family proud, all in the name of making a sustainable future for my future family to come. Story 1 relates to my ability to be an effective team player while preparing a final presentation for one of my accounting classes and is from the Strong Interest Inventory. For my intermediate accounting course back in the fall of 2019, aside from our final exam, students were required to form a team of 5 and prepare a PowerPoint presentation that highlighted the concepts introduced to us in that class. Problem 1 of 2 I faced during this situation was deciding who I wanted to work on this project with in terms of finding/creating a team to join. As for the second challenge I faced was time management, since at the time I was working for a local accounting firm part-time and attending college full-time, so I had to effectively delegate time for school and work aside from my personal time, which I value greatly. To tackle this challenge, I stepped up to the plate and asked 4 very good friends of mine in the class if they wanted to work together. Within seconds, the team was formed and we started the project. Challenge 1 of 2 accomplished. My second challenge, however, was not so easy to accomplish as was my first. This challenge required me to open up my calendar and adjust accordingly. For those of you that know me, I am a very schedule-oriented person and I like everything to be in order and planned as such. With that, I had to make the decision to cut some personal time out of my schedule and leave work earlier some days to invest that time into completing my role in the project. Even though I knew this change would only be temporary, it was not what I wanted to do, but given the circumstances I was in at the time, I was left no other choice. As a result, with the team I formed, I was able to create a team that got along with one another, which, believe it or not, was a critical component of completing the project and made the project 10 times more fun to complete. In addition, we also managed to score a 98 on the project, that is, if my memory serves me correctly, which was a huge win in my eyes. As for my time management adjustment, the time I allocated for my project was specifically used for that, and in a way I felt less stressed knowing that my time was organized in a way that still allowed me to complete all my tasks, even though they may have been compressed for the time being. Story 2 relates to hope, for expecting the best in the future and working to achieve it, believing that a good future is something that can be brought about and is from the VIA character strengths. For this story, I can recall it correctly since it involves me taking up something new due to the recent coronavirus pandemic. Since I was always interested in getting into the stock market and learning how it works, now that I have some more time on my hands, I decided now would be the perfect opportunity to make some portfolio income, given I am currently unemployed and want to find another outlet for making additional income. The biggest challenge I faced with this task was deciding whether or not this was the right time to get myself into the stock market, given most markets are, financially speaking, taking a major nosedive. Knowing I cannot afford to lose any money, I had to be smart, not only in the stocks I was looking to acquire, but also be smart in the sense of what markets I wanted to be getting myself into, both for long and short-term purposes. What's exciting about this whole journey was that after all, I was successful and I stayed true to my word of committing myself into the stock market, and I'm happy I did because I am proud to say overall I am up. But one stock I invested in, that being an electric vehicle manufacturing company called Nikola, was the real moneymaker, pun intended. Acquiring the stock at an average price of $22 a share, I purchased a total of 50 shares, only to find out in a month's worth of time, the stock climbed to an average price of $80 per share, which is a total gain of $2,900, in which I cashed out on. aside from leaving my basis of $1,100 in the market. With this experience, I learned that the power of having money to make money is eminent, and that if you really put your mind, time, and effort into something, in the end, you will come out on top. As for my third and final story, this relates to my ability to plan in a time of pressure and is from Demotivated Skills. Since this story involves a recent vacation I was supposed to go on with my friends and I from high school, since we are a tight-knit group and all share in the same interest of traveling, way back in February, we decided to plan a trip to a warm climate filled with all kinds of attractions and sceneries. Granted, last year we went to Montreal, Quebec, Canada, which is polar opposite of what we had planned for this year's trip. This year, we plan on going to, of all places, Phoenix, Arizona. I think you know where this is about to go. The initial problem I was faced with was respect to the financial planning I had to coordinate behind the trip. Ultimately, how I was going to pay for the entirety of this trip, including airfare, hotel, and our rental car, that being a Tesla. Because I knew my internship and income would stop mid-April, so I needed to make sure I had enough money for the trip in case I would not be able to find another job after my internship. Since this trip was no surprise to me, as we always plan at least one major trip a year, while working at my recent internship at Baker Tilly, every bi-weekly direct deposit that would clear my account, I would set aside 25% of my earnings to a vacation savings account where I would slowly save my way to a healthy amount of change for the trip. Not stopping there, I was also in charge of finding the best price in terms of airline and hotel we chose, so I visited multiple websites looking for the best deal for what we were in the market for. Now that I officially wrapped up my third story, I hope you enjoy listening to all three of my stories about my ability to be a team player, my VIA character strength of having hope during a time of uncertainty, and my motivated skill of planning while under pressure. For those of you that I do not know, I hope to see you in my travels in and around campus sometime. And for those of you that I do know, I look forward to seeing you back on campus in a few short weeks from now. Thank you all for your undivided attention. Take care and stay safe, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your summer while it lasts.